Hi guys, it's me. Um, so I just want to start by saying I'm making this video again same day I made all your other ones. And I've been at this for a few hours, and I just want to stop right now and tell you that if your mother is in the room, please give her a big hug and a big kiss. Well, maybe, depending on how your family is dealing with the coronavirus, maybe a squirt of hand sanitizer, and tell her how much she means to you. Because let me tell y'all, I'm at my parents' house. My mom has been gone for an hour and a half, maybe. Um, and I've been trying to plan my lessons. During this time, I have received 5 phone calls, 2 door visitors, about 13 emails, but those were for me. Um, and I have to stay at the house to take care of her dog and her husband because she's like, I'm gonna be gone for a day. Can you please feed your father because he doesn't cook. He just anyway. Moral of the story: the whole world would fall apart without my mother. She is like being needed from just random people at all times, and I have so much respect and appreciation for her because every time she's gone, people think that I can just fill her shoes, and I try my hardest, but I cannot. I've already had to go through her files, make copies, type up like a VIN number thing and like all these complicated things that I'm just like, I just right over my head. But anyway, tell your moms how much you appreciate them and how much they do for you because it is insane. Okay. Now on with today's lesson. Oh, and here's another visitor. You see what I mean? Hang on just 1 second. Okay. Hi, it's me again. 5 minutes later. Do you see what I mean? Like, just house calls. Nobody shows up at my house at 3:53 in the afternoon. Unwanted. And this is just like an everyday thing. So anyway, hug your mamas. Okay. Um, y'all, I just put in that last part about how what I did after somebody knocked on the door and another person knocked on the door. That makes 4 people in 2 hours that just stop by. 2 of them for food. Just family members. They're like, hey, heard you got some ribs and some cookie dough in the freezer. I guess let me go look for you. And I almost gave away the wrong food. Almost gave my sister's food to somebody. It's just a madhouse here. Anyway, last time, hug your moms. Now, we are going to go today's assignments, Tuesday, 2/24. Day 2. Computer's mad at me because I was gone so long. Okay, finding the facts. Oh, what a fun name with lots of alliteration. Good job, this whole. Okay. When gathering research, begin with what you really want to know. How many people have contracted the virus? What percentage of the population is that? How does that compare to the states and other states? I worded that confusing. I'm sorry. How does that compare to the states, other states, countries, types of people? Um, why did you choose this specific place or demographic? An example here would be if you chose to talk about how it affected Ireland, it's because where your family is from, or you chose to talk about pregnant women because you know someone who is pregnant and that affects you because it affects people you know and love. Okay, when you read the articles, I want you, after you're finished, I want you to copy and paste the entire article, include the author, the copyright, as much as you can get on the article, and paste it on a Google Doc, okay? And then you're gonna highlight the parts that you want to use for your project. Doesn't look like I said Google Doc either. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to go back and make some corrections on this. So copy and paste the full article onto a Google Doc, and then highlight the parts that you want to use for your project, the parts that you'll be talking about. I know I haven't given you specifically what you're going to do yet. Basically, you're going to make a video, you're going to have a PowerPoint containing information, you're going to be doing some writing. So make sure that the information that stands out to you you've highlighted. Use some of the questions I talked about above for inspiration. And then you're going to make a comment on the part you highlighted and explain why you chose to highlight that, why it was important. You're going to be graded on effort. So if you only have one or two things highlighted, your grade will reflect that. So just make sure. Now, if it's a really short article and there are four major things that you highlighted, which pretty much take up the whole time, and you made thoughtful comments on each one, then that could be a 100 completion grade, okay? I'm just looking to show that you actually sifted through this, you found information that you thought was helpful, and if you actually try, that will reflect in your work. So this is for a grade, make sure you do that. So let's say, let's just look up an article here. Lots of brand new ones, I'm sure. And basically, there was just 10 minutes of me trying to copy and paste an article, which is why it's on here for 108 pages. So ignore that. But this is just going to be my example. The order followed Pittsburgh's announcement of a ban on public gatherings of 50 people or more, tightening an earlier restriction Sunday to bring it in line with new guidelines from federal health officials. Okay, so let's say that you think this is important because it affects, oh no, it affects events like weddings and church and things that you're used to, and you just think this is a really big deal. Okay, so you highlight that. While you have it highlighted, do you see this little plus sign out to the side here? Add a comment. Um, this is important because it's almost like writing our thesis statement, right? Except we wouldn't say this. Um, it majorly affects events, let's say common events and traditions, such as school, sports, weddings, religious ceremonies, and other gatherings of people. Comment. So now when you're when you're reading through, the comment will pop up to the side. I can see it and I can click on it. Ooh, that makes it go away. If you don't see that little plus sign thing pop up there, which it should every time, you can also go to insert comment or Control Alt M, and then you can make a comment. Okay, so that's what you're going to do on that. Make sure you submit the final draft, the doc that you have it on, submit it to me. 3 of them, you'll submit it in 3 different places, one of each article, with thoughtful comments made next to the highlighting. Or if you just see something that's interesting too, guys, if you say, if you see bias in there, like it says something like, this is insane, people are freaking out, people are going crazy, um you can highlight that and make a comment out to the side and say, this is bias, it's leading us to believe da da da. So anything you find interesting, okay? So